Hello and welcome back to another video. This video is my preview for our Europa League game against Rapid Vienna. Thursday night action back in the Europa League. A trip to Austria for Arsenal. Last time out in the Premier League we suffered a 1-0 defeat against Man City. Some positives to take from that game. The fact that we didn't drop our heads when we went 1-0 down. They stuck to the task that Arteta set for them. They kept fighting, kept going until the end. There was a couple of chances in the first half for Bukayo Saka. If it wasn't for some good saves from Ederson, the score might have been different. But it was a performance where we kept going against City at their ground, and I think that the players can be pretty proud that they only suffered the 1-0 defeat, because we know how ruthless City can be when they sense that they can get a few goals. It's a platform to work on. I'm not happy with it because we lost, but it's an improvement on recent performances at that stadium. We do have to face City again soon. It's in the Carabao Cup, so hopefully the result can be different then. Let's switch our attention to the Europa League. First game of the group, away trip to Austria, as I said. And yeah, I think that the team might be changed from the normal team that you see in the Premier League. So yeah, I think I should start getting into my starting 11. Now in goal, I'm going to go for Alex Runarsson. He's the backup keeper that we brought in, and he hasn't actually made an appearance for us yet. He was brought in after we sold Emi Martinez, and I think it's time for him to make his first appearance in an Arsenal shirt. Obviously, Bernd Leno is our #1 keeper for the Premier League, so it's only fair that Runarsson gets a chance in this competition. I think that Arteta will probably stick with the back three, so I'm going to go for right centre back David Luiz. Now Rob Holding's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, so he's unavailable for this game. David Luiz came in at right centre back against Manchester City, so I think that he'll play there again. Central centre back, I'm going to go for Gabriel. Gabriel, wow, this guy, nothing seems to faze him. He's played at Anfield now, he's played at the Etihad, and again he did not look out of place. He put in a good performance. I don't think that you can blame him for the goal. It was more down the right side. I think it was Bellerin who didn't tuck in for Foden's shot, and obviously Leno spilled it straight into the path of Sterling. So you can't blame Gabriel for the goal. And he just looks so comfortable, good on the ball, he's strong in the air. Everything about him is telling me that the signing was probably a bargain. Obviously we've got to see how he develops, he's still young, but he has started the game, started his Arsenal career very, very well, and I've been very impressed. So I'll keep Gabriel in central centre back. Left centre back, now this is something that I've got to do, but I don't really want to do it. It's going to be Sad Kolasinac. Kieran Tierney needs a rest. I don't want to risk him picking up niggling injuries, because he's such a good player and he's an important player for us in the league that I don't think that we need to play him in this game. Just give him a rest. Just give him a rest and let him be fresh and ready for the game against Leicester on the weekend. So left centre back is going to be Kolasinac. Left wing back, I'm going to go for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Ainsley Maitland-Niles hasn't had a game in a little while. He went on international duty with England, played a little bit of their game against Denmark. He had to be subbed off because of a red card. But I think it's time to get him back into the mix now, get him in this squad for the game, and start him at left wing back. He can go forward, he can cause some problems for the defence of the opposition. So I think that we should get him in. Right wing back, switching back over to the other side, it's going to be, I will go for Cedric. Give Bellerin a little bit of a rest. Cedric's been brought in to be a backup right back, so we might as well use him in games like this, in a group stage of the Europa League, where he can be a backup right back. I saw him playing in the under-23s the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I've really given this guy a 4-year contract to play in the under-23s, because that would be outrageous if he did. I don't think that's the case. I think maybe it was a case of getting some minutes, I don't know. But in this game I would play Cedric at the right wing back. Going into the midfield, now there's a few options in the midfield now. We've got, I think it's 4 players for 2 spots. We have Ceballos, Elneny, Xhaka and Thomas Partey. And some people were suggesting that we should give Thomas Partey some minutes in this game, you know, to get involved with the team and to just get settled. But I'm not sure. I don't know. He came on for 8 minutes against Man City, but I'm not sure whether he should actually play this game and risk maybe an injury, or, you know, anything can happen, and it's a bit unnecessary. So I would start in the midfield with Mohamed Elneny. Now, Elneny's one of them players where he'll always try his best. He'll be a nuisance. He'll try and be, you know, a problem for the opposition in terms of him snapping at your heels when you've got the ball. He does the basics well, you know, passing it side to side. But he's not that creative force. So when we play Elneny, you have to have a creator next to him. But for this game, I will start Elneny, because he didn't play in the last game, and he's there to be a squad rotation player. And in a group stage game like this, I think that it's the perfect time to bring him in. Next to him, I'll play Dani Ceballos. Now, this is where, obviously, in a game like this, you need that creativity. So hopefully in this game, Dani Ceballos can be the guy that picks the ball up, drives with it, you know, gets into the opponent's final third, gets into the final third, so he can create a chance for the strikers. So yeah, I think that partnership with Elneny and Ceballos should be good enough in this midfield. And obviously we do have the option to bring a Xhaka or a Partey off the bench if needed. But to start it, we can hopefully get through without having to use those guys, because those two will probably be the partnership for Leicester on Sunday. So yeah, Elneny and Ceballos as the midfield partnership. Moving up to the front 3. On the left hand side, I'm going to go for Bukayo Saka. Absolutely amazes me that this guy, at 18, 19 years of age, he was actually our best source of creativity in that game against Man City. He had 2 chances. The first one was a hard chance. His shot got tipped over the bar by Ederson. But the second chance was a brilliant move. Tierney won the ball high up the pitch. Saka played a 1-2 with Aubameyang and finessed this shot. And if it wasn't for Ederson rushing off of his line, Saka would have scored. Now, in this game, I think that with Ainsley at left wing back and Saka at left wing, those two can strike up a good partnership together. And I think that Saka can create some chances for the guys I'm going to be putting in the middle. So, yeah, for this game, I would go with Saka at left wing. At right wing, I'm going to go for Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson hasn't really had many opportunities. And it's sad, because I honestly think that Reiss Nelson's got so much quality. And it's just a case of him getting that consistent run of games and getting his confidence up, where with most players it's the same. You need to have your confidence up to perform at the level that you want to. With Reiss Nelson, I think that it's time for him to try and strike a claim for this position. We have Pepe and Willian who are also fighting for these winger positions, but Willian got a chance against City, didn't impress me. Unfortunately, Pepe, pretty much the same. I don't think that he did anything spectacular against Man City, and it's not a slate on Pepe. I love Pepe. I really hope that he'll find that form that he had at Lille. I don't think it's his fault, because our attack is predominantly down the left. So when it does go down the right, he hasn't been in the game for 15-20 minutes, so it's hard for him to just pick up the ball and do something spectacular. But I guess that's what we expect for a player that costs 72 million. Now, with this position for this game against Rapid Vienna, I think that we should play Reiss Nelson there, give him a chance. We can have Pepe on the bench as cover, and then just see what happens. Hopefully Nelson can put in a good performance. And then as the striker down the middle, I'm actually going to go for Alexandre Lacazette. He was left out against Man City. We decided to play Willian in a false 9. For me, it didn't work. Lacazette has scored 3 goals in the league this season, so I think that he should get the nod ahead of Nketiah and Willian in this game. He can have Saka on the left of him, Nelson on the right of him, Ceballos in behind him. Hopefully he can get a chance or two, but most importantly, when he gets that chance, hopefully he can put it away. So I would start Lacazette down the middle as the striker in this game. So that's my lineup for this game. Let me know what you think in the comments. Put your lineups in the comments as well. Would you do the same as me? Would you be a little bit more practical with it and change a few? For me, I think that team is strong enough to win, and like I said earlier, we can have the big boys on the bench just in case it's not going our way. Pepe's, the Aubameyangs, the Partey, Xhakas, you know, all of these players can just be on the bench. I would actually really hope that Smith Rowe would get a chance as a substitute in this game. I think it's a big season now that Mesut Ozil's been left out of our Europa League and Premier League squads, that Smith Rowe can come on and show what he's about, because he might be needed in games to create a chance or two in the last 20-25 minutes of matches. So hopefully, if things are going well, we can pull off the likes of Lacazette or Nelson, and then just, you know, give Smith Rowe a little chance. But that's the options that we've got in this game. I think that in Europa League you can still use 5 substitutions, so there's options for Mikel Arteta. But that's it for this video. I'll give a little score prediction. I'll go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. Let's start this group off on the right foot and then get ready for the game against Leicester on Sunday. So yeah, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Leave your starting 11s and score predictions down below, and tell me what you think is going to happen in the game. But for now though, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.